Hey guys, what's going on? It's Culprit here again today, and I'm bringing you something a little bit different today. I'm playing the game Blacklight Retribution. I mentioned a couple videos back, and I've just been dying to check this out and get some time. So I had a couple hours this afternoon, and I figured I would give it a shot and see how I liked it. I do want to stress right from the top that this is not a review. I'm not trying to pretend like I know much about this game at all. It is literally just my first impression. I played it for about 2, maybe 3 hours, 6, 7, 8 matches. You know, I barely know what I'm doing. It's just off the hip. It's really just about the feel of the game. Do I, after a couple hours, want to jump back in and play or not? So, you know, take it with a grain of salt. I'm not claiming to be an official. I am just a guy who likes first-person shooters, trying to show you, give you a glimpse of maybe a potential another game out there to check out. This game is definitely in the COD vein more than the Battlefield vein. It's very fast. You jump in, you shoot somebody's face off, you jump out. It's not Battlefield. It doesn't have all those layers of different strategy and teamwork that I saw yet. Perhaps I'm missing something. But definitely feels like COD. You're just quick. You're always running. You're always shooting. Not a bad thing. It can be fun. It's like I said, it lacks some layers. It can get a little repetitive. But I think that's also newer players and not really anybody really knowing what they're doing for the most part. It's all about flanking, at least in my experience. I flank. Right here you've seen a couple times there's what they call an HRV. There is no mini-map. So your character has what's called an HRV. It's like a visor that comes down. It is basically a wall hack and enables you to see through the walls. It shows you where everybody is. The downside to using that is that you are incredibly vulnerable while using it. But this eliminates camping. I mean, you can't camp. Anybody can see where you are. But while it shows you where everybody is, you're very vulnerable while doing it. So if you flank hard, you can surprise people, because if they are engaged, they don't have time to use this HRV. And everything in this game moves very quickly, so even though you see a guy over there, 3 seconds later, he can be on the other side of the map. It's very quick, very tinier maps. They're busy maps, a lot of routes and stuff, but they're not huge. So as long as you keep moving, you're okay. But like there, you almost have to secure yourself before you use the HRV. So you can flank, you can surprise. You see me do it a couple times here, and this is, like I said, is my first or second map or round ever playing in this game, and I'm able to flank effectively knowing nothing about these maps. I just worked in a general direction, and a couple times I found myself lucky enough to stumble upon a group of guys and clear them out. This game has a lot of levels. It's a lot more vertical than some of the other games we're used to. There's someone, I think one has like four levels. Gets a little confusing. It gets a little crazy. You know, don't get me wrong. You'll hear somebody shooting, and you know he's very close to you. Turns out to be a floor above you or whatnot. Again, I think that's more of a product of me just not knowing the maps. Hopefully that would kind of make a little more sense as I got used to things. But we'll see. It's good and it's bad. You know, it adds different tactics and stuff, but it can be frustrating because, you know, there's just so many different levels. I don't know where the staircases are. I don't know where the elevators are. So, you know, a guy can be literally 15 feet from me, and it takes me 10 minutes to find my way to him. There's only 3 maps right now. This is an open beta. They don't want to, they don't want to shoot the load and put everything out there. But can we see some map variety, guys? They're all urban. They're all indoors. They're all dark and blue and gray. And can we? I mean, I'm so sick of this. Why are developers so afraid to use color? They do have some in the game. Obviously, you know, you see some yellows, some reds, and there are outside parts. But predominantly, it's inside warehouses and things like this, parking garages. And come on, guys, let's see something new here. It's like, I'm just so sick of these settings and the devs being afraid to use color. I'm not looking for a big clown house here, you know, but just come on, let's give us something that's not so depressing as soon as you log in. After you know, I got a bit of gameplay here for you. At the end of the video, I kind of work really quickly through a lot of the customization. Because let me tell you, the customization is insane. It's really cool. It's probably the coolest part of the game. It's why I hope the gameplay really works. If you're like a gunhead like I am, or a hardware guy, it's really cool. They have so many different options. I mean, they have, and I don't know if I've mentioned this now, this is a free-to-play game. So you can play it for free, and where they're going to make their money theoretically is in the support and is in the add-ons. So you better believe there's going to be a lot of add-on weapons, a lot of add-on attachments, a lot of add-on maps. That's where they're going to make their money. So that excites me, because, I mean, you'll see at the end, so many different guns, and it breaks down from, like, I believe it's receivers, to magazines, to muzzles, to barrels, to stocks, and you got camouflages. I mean, it's just really cool, and they all have very specific effects, and they show you all the statistical breakdowns. You know, you put on one barrel versus the one you have on loaded equipped right now, it shows you, okay, so you'll gain a little, 2 or 3 points of damage, but your spread will increase and your recoil will kick a little harder. You will actually see that in the stats right there. It's not like Battlefield and COD that leave you guessing and you're not really sure. Like, they tell you this is what it does in the description, but you can't quantify how much. You have to just kind of go by feel. I like this approach much better, where you can literally see, exactly what you're trading off to get what benefit. Pretty cool. I kind of like that. Right now, the prices generally are too high. They have a thing called Zen. That is real life money. Basically, you can pay $10 and get 1,000 Zen, I believe it is, and you can go in and you buy things. You can unlock things early. You can purchase them. Again, that's how they plan to make their money, being free to play. Price is too high, in my opinion. I don't know if that's to discourage people at launch from just going in and buying all the great equipment and dominating. I don't know. But the real problem is that, alongside that, the GP prices. GP are what you earn in game. So at the end of the match, you're awarded these coins, say, GP they're called, and I average about 100, 150 per match, doing pretty well, not great, but so let's just say 100, 150 average, 100 average. You can rent guns for one day for 200 GP, which is 2 matches, not a big deal. But to permanently buy something, just the receiver is like 7,000 points or something. That's 70 matches. I mean, that's a lot, and that's just a receiver. So if you want to go in and upgrade the muzzle, the barrel, the magazine, you're talking, I mean, you could easily be 10, 15,000 GP, I don't even know. You're well over 100 matches just to get one gun. And God bless you if you pick wrong. Like if you pick a gun you didn't really like, or your playstyle changes, then it's too much, guys. We gotta tone that down. Me personally, I'd like to see them make the prices so cheap that they're impulsive. I mean, let's make a gun $1. Let's make this, this way, if some guy's griefing me and I want to just go grab the LMG, I don't even think about it. I got my credit card linked. Boom, give me that LMG. Give me it right now. I'm going to tear this guy's face off. Or if their mech units are too much, I want to buy a missile. Let me just go buy that sucker. Don't make me go, wow, it's $10. How much am I going to play with this thing? I don't know. It adds up. It does add up quick, because then you got to outfit that gun. Not to mention, you got to buy the extra character slots. So they got to work on this. Obviously, this is stuff that can be fixed. So let's hope they do. They've already said they have. I don't know if they have yet, as when I got in or not. But they're gonna change this, because the market's gonna speak. If you do want to know some more info, check out my boys over at the Spawn Chart podcast. I'll put a link in the description. They actually had a nice interview with Gerritzen, who is the lead guy over there, and he's great. He's refreshing. He's out there. He's talking. He's answering questions. He loves his game. He knows his game. It's really refreshing. He admits the faults, and he talks about the potential fixes. And you just gotta love that. As I already know, and I've heard more out of the development team of Blacklight in beta than I have from, say, Battlefield, and they're 4 months released. It's crazy. So here's what I'm talking about. This is the customization. I'm just kind of flip through really quick, just to give you an idea of some of the cool things. Now, all these things have trade-offs. If you see them in the upper right, I do eventually close that window, but you can see, like, the one you have equipped, purchased right now, is to the left, and then your red is like goes down from what you have. Green are buffs. So you work through there real quick, and they show you just kind of everything has a pro and a con, basically, and that's great. It's called trade-offs. So you got to make some decisions, and I've already been against guys in game where I'm like, wow, that gun looked great. I wish I could get that. And you can pick things up on the ground, but some guys have some really ridiculous setups right now, so you kind of got to be careful what you pick up, because it could be terrible. And this is the guns here. I love this. I think the guns look really nice, and just all the different options. These are the pre-made setups. Like, this is like basically the ones they kind of suggest, and you get a quick glimpse of the prices. That was a misclick by me. I don't even know what that thing is. Like a sniper rifle. But I mean, you can go in and you can pick the receivers. I believe I do that. And it's just me checking prices right now. But I just kind of wanted to scroll through and give you just an idea of just how many different things there are. There's all the way down to the SMG. I rented the SMG for the day. You saw it in some of the clips. Love the fire rate, super high fire rate, but it felt like I was throwing Nerf balls at the guy. And I mean, that is what an SMG is. And so if I got the SMG, I would then want to pick some buffs to get that damage up, so I'm looking at spending money. I don't know if I'll do it, or I gotta grind with it, unless I'm missing something. Maybe you hit certain levels. I don't know. Like, I don't know a lot about this game yet. So but I did enjoy the game. I definitely did. There's a lot of sites out there saying this is a COD clone. I disagree. It does feel like COD. It's in the COD vein, but it's not close, because it's free to play, and that's a game changer, guys. They have to make their money through support. I mean, COD and Battlefield 3, they sell their games $60 a piece, boom, and that's it. They're done. They got their money. They're cashing out. I mean, history speaks. Battlefield hasn't done a darn thing yet. Blacklight has to support it. They have to. Otherwise, they won't make any money. So you can be encouraged by that. They're always going to be trying to introduce new things. There is a balance there. Do they try to basically rip you off and make you pay $10 for a character slot, which I think is crazy? Yeah, but again, that can be changed. That's stuff that can be changed. I'm not talking about the core gun mechanics. The gun on gun is actually fun. The guns shoot pretty good, and that's good. That's fun. It needs some tweaking, don't get me wrong, but it's good. It's fun. Prices can be changed. They just have to find a balance there. For free, I played it and will continue to play it. I definitely recommend trying it. Would I recommend to someone paying $60 for the game right now? I don't know. I probably wouldn't have picked it up myself, so I can't really say that. But for free, absolutely, it got me in to give me it a try. It just remains to be seen if I spend any money. You know, that's up to the devs. That's up to the price they come up with at the end. But you know, for the fast-paced jump into game, I would choose this over Modern Warfare 3 right now. It's quick, it's fast, it's a little different. Like I said, God, if they would just come up with some better maps, I could definitely be happy. This is only open beta though, and you know, with a little work and a little support, it could really be a special game. So I'm definitely gonna keep an eye on it. I'm gonna play it more. It won't be a focus game of mine just yet. It's not gonna be a vacation game either, like I was telling in my other video. This will definitely be, you know, just a little one. If I've got 30 minutes, I might just load this up, jump in, shoot some people. That was kind of a niche I've been missing since I stopped playing COD, you know, since Modern Warfare 3 to me was just such a flop. So it'll fill that role for me nicely, and I'm pretty encouraged. So definitely I would say go give it a try. I will have a bunch of links for you in the description. Check out the Spawn Trap podcast like I talked about. And I appreciate you listening, guys. I hope you check it out. I'd love to hear what you think about it. Thanks a lot. Take care.